Okay, it's the day of the show, you guys. It's 5:40 a.m., which actually is not that early. I don't have to be there until 8:30, but I thought better to give myself a little bit of time to sleep in as much as possible and, get up and make sandwiches and stuff for the day, which is what Jeff has specified. And he actually said to eat some steak and potatoes or chicken and potatoes before I think like 4 or 5 hours before the prejudging, which would be right around now, between 5 and 6 a.m. So I just microwaved my my white potatoes with the sour cream and the steak spice, and I've also got a couple ounces of lean bison, which is kind of weird to eat this early in the morning, but that sort of is what it is. I'm going to see if I can get into our building's gym and just do like a quick circuit, because Jeff also said to just try to get some blood in the muscles and to kind of get my body woken up. So anyway, that is what I'm going to be nomming on here in a second. Normally that would seem really good at pretty much any other time of day. Not me. Okay, I just did a couple circuits in the home gym. Tried to wake the muscles up and get a little bit of a pump, or just get some blood flowing into the muscle. Hit the shower, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and get everything packed and get ready to go get the car to pick up my training partner. And my wife was gracious enough to get up early and start making some sandwiches for the day, and the dogs are up too. They're not real happy about the fact that they had to get up before we normally do, which is around 7 a.m. and it's like 6:30 now, so I guess that's it. We're going to get on the road and hopefully be there by 8:30 for the check-in. Okay, it's the day of the show, y'all. It's May 9th. It's about 7:30 a.m. and that was just a little reference to Waiting for Guffman for all you theater nerds out there. It's the day of the show, y'all. Man, I've just completely lost my mind. I had a little breakdown last night with my wife, and I just started crying. I'm not ashamed to admit that after everything else that I've admitted and that we've been through. But anyway, today is a new day. I'm in the car on the way to pick up my my associate. He's actually a guy I work with, a good friend, and he and I actually work out occasionally on Saturday mornings when I'm not doing this crazy shit. And he's an amazing friend, and he agreed to come with me and be here for support, and I guess kind of help me with whatever I need help with, whether that be putting on oil or what have you. More emotional support than anything, I think, at this point. But he was really nice to come along, because I think the next weekend I'm going to be on my own. I think it's just me, because it's so far away. And my wife actually would come this morning, but she has class, and I think she is going to come this evening with a couple of friends from New York. So they're going to be there for the evening show to cheer me on. You have to forgive all the vibration. I'm in the car, so it's a bumpy road. Every road in New York is bumpy, literally and figuratively, so take that however you will. Man, yeah, my little breakdown last night, I don't know, I just feel like I'm reaching my breaking point with this stuff, and like I was telling my wife last night, because she kept telling me, oh, it's tomorrow night you're done, you've finished one, and I think it's just the fact that I will have only finished one. I just kind of wish I had not committed to the second show at this point, because I just I just want this to be over so bad. I'm so done with this, and it kind of bugs me. It kind of bugs me that I'm not more excited about this right now. You know, after all the hard work and everything, you would think I would be more jazzed about doing this, but I don't know. Maybe, you know, once I get there and the adrenaline kicks in, and once I get up on stage, I'll feel differently. But I don't know. At this point, I mean, am I just tired? Yeah, I guess that's part of it. But I don't know. I feel like it was so hard reaching this point, and I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. And maybe that just means I shouldn't be doing this ever again. You know, maybe that's a sign. I feel like all the videos and stuff I watch on people's YouTube channels, like the Strength Brothers, I think that's their name. You know, one of those guys just recently posted a video of his competition, and he said the same thing after the fact. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take a couple of years off, reevaluate, and kind of reconsider, maybe do this again at some point. But I don't know. For the most part, I think most people come away from these bodybuilding shows with, you know, mixed feelings, mixed emotions, because it's just so hard. So anyway, quickly, I guess before I pick up my colleague, so why did I have a little breakdown last night? Well, I binged again. So that is a total of 3 binges before the bodybuilding competition. And one of them happened to be last night, right before. And what did I binge on? Well, I started with some Quest protein chips, you know, which are not the worst thing in the world. You know, it's just got some protein, a couple of carbs, that's not too bad. So no problem there. Let me pull over here for just a second so I can tell you before I stop by and pick him up. So nothing too bad right there. I was just so hungry, and I was like kind of shaky, and I felt like I couldn't think straight. And I had like a lot of crap that I really had to do last night. This was after I got back from the polygraph or whatever. And, you know, I was just feeling kind of out of it, I guess. Even after I'd sort of had my meal when I got back, and I had my rice cakes, and I made my big pizza that I was going to have for dinner, and I had a little bit of that. And I was still starving, and I was like, God, I just need, I don't know if it was sugar or if it was just more carbs or what it was. I needed something. So I had 2 bags of those Quest protein chips, which weren't bad. And then that's like when the floodgate opens. Like all I eat like one thing that I'm not supposed to, and then I think, I'll just have a little bit more, you know. So I had a Quest protein bar. Again, not too bad. Got some protein in there. Got some fat, carbs. And then I had 3 more Quest protein bars, one of each kind. You know, I had a chocolate mint, a chocolate chip cookie dough, a raspberry vanilla chunk, and a s'mores Quest protein bar. So at that point, I was way over on my protein for the day, you know, for what Jeff had allotted. My fat was actually under, according to MyFitnessPal, before the binge. So that probably brought my fat level up to where it was supposed to be at its max. And then my carbs at that point, if I had eaten everything else for the rest of the day, my carbs would have been over also. So that was the beginning of the binge. And then I had 2 more Pop-Tarts. I had these Pop-Tarts for breakfast that I showed you. Those were so good. I had those. I had a pack of Pop-Tarts. So that blew my carbs like completely out of the water. And then then I'm a total I'm a total fraud. Then I ran down to 7-Eleven, and I bought one of those whoopie pies, a red velvet whoopie pie, which, man, those things are like amazing. That's like my new drug. I love those things, and those are like awful. There's like probably 30 something grams of fat, probably like 50 or 60 grams of carbs. You know, there's so much shit in those, I can't even begin to tell you. And then, you know, after that, I got a Choco Taco, which is an ice cream treat. Those are really good. And I finished it off with a huge, like double chocolate chip ice cream cookie from 7-Eleven. So that completely destroyed my macros and completely destroyed my diet for the day. So I felt like shit, and I got back to my apartment. I had about 2/3 of that enormous pizza left, which, to be honest, that was like, all in, that thing was like 1,600 calories or something if I had eaten the entire pizza. It was a lot of protein, tons of carbs from the crust and everything. So I didn't eat the entire thing. I actually threw away the rest of the pizza, and I did not eat the rest of what I had on my FitnessPal. I had like two waffles sort of set aside. I didn't eat those, and I had some other stuff that I just threw in the trash. So anyway, I know that my macros were blown. I know my calories and stuff were over for the day, regardless of the fact that I threw away like that enormous pizza I was going to have for dinner. But, you know, it is what it is. And to be honest with you, I feel like at this point, I don't know if the binge is all that bad, to be honest. I think the binge is your body's way of saying something's wrong, I need more XYZ. And did it really ruin me for this show, for this competition? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. I don't feel like I woke up this morning any less cut or defined or big or, you know, vascular than I did the night before, to be honest. I feel like I look the same. I don't think it really hurt me, to be honest. I feel like my body's kind of responded well. I think I've been overtraining anyway, and I guess we'll find out. You know, if I don't walk away with a decent place or a trophy or something like that, I guess I can always kick myself and blame it on the binging. But to be honest, I don't think it really affected me as much as you might think, especially like doing it the night before a competition. That's probably like the worst time to do it. But anyway, it is what it is. I can't take it back, and I just wanted to put it out there because, like I said, I was going to be candid about this whole thing. I was going to be very straightforward and not hold anything back. So that's that. And, you know, before I went to bed, I actually went and hit our little gym in the building, which I know I wasn't supposed to do, but I went and got a little bit of a pump. I probably worked out for like 30 or 40 minutes very lightly, and I just felt a lot better before, and I went to bed, and it was all good. So I see my buddy's up there waiting for me, so I'm going to go pick him up, and we're gonna head to New Jersey.
Tillman.
Small, man.
Yeah, Bobby!
Let's get a quarter turn to the right, gentlemen. Quarter turn to the right. The novice division are gentlemen who have never won a competition yet. Quarter turn to the right. This is a symmetry round, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Bobby!
Balance from head to toe. If you like what you see, let these young men hear. Quarter turn to the right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I can do.
Okay, gentlemen. Can we get a front double biceps, gentlemen? Relax. Front lat spread.
Woo! Yeah, Bobby!
Relax. Side of your choice. Side chest. Relax. Side of your choice. Side triceps.
Go, Bob! That's it!
Relax. Turn around, face curtain. Rear double biceps.
Those hamstrings. Yeah.
Relax. Rear lat spread, gentlemen.
Woo!
Relax. Turn around, face the judges, gentlemen. Hands overhead, abdominals.
Yeah! Yeah, Bob! Go, bud!
Relax. Hands on hips, most muscular.
Yeah!
Relax. Crab, most muscular.
Woo! Yeah, Bobby! Yeah, bro!
Relax. Number 17, raise your hand. Number 20, raise your hand. Can we switch places? Can we get a front double biceps, gentlemen?
Come on, Dad. You gotta get that. Come on. Go, Dad. Yeah. Go. Please. Let's do that. Here we go. Nice out there.
Relax. Can you extend your front leg out so we can see your quads? Let's see your quads.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on. Come on. Yeah, go. Go.
Woo!
Other leg.
Yeah.
There you go, Bob. There you go, man.
Relax. Let's see a front lat spread, gentlemen.
Nice, Bob.
Relax. Side of your choice. Side chest.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's right, man.
Fine gentleman here.
Go, Bob.
Side of your choice. Side triceps. Relax. Turn around, face skirting. Can we get a rear double biceps, gentlemen?
There you go, Bob.
Relax. Rear lat spread.
Yeah, that's it.
Relax. Turn around, face the judges. Hands over your head, abdominals.
That's right, hit it, Bob.
Relax. Hands on hips, most muscular.
right, Bob.
Relax. Let's see a crab muscular, gentlemen.
Woo! Yeah, Bobby!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these fine novice competitors.
Yeah, Bobby!
We will see you tonight. Right. Let's get a quarter turn to the right.
Yeah, Bobby!
Number 3, if you can look straight ahead and not at the judges' table, please. Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right.
Yeah, Bob!
All right, gentlemen, can we get a front double bicep, please? Relax. Front lat spread, gentlemen. Relax. Side of your choice. Side chest. Side of your choice, side triceps.
Keep it up, Bob!
Turn around, face skirt. Rear double biceps. Relax. Rear lat spread, gentlemen. Relax. Turn around, face the judges. Hands overhead, abdominals.
That's right, Bob! There you go!
Relax. Hands on hips, most muscular.
Woo!
Number 20, raise your hand. Number 3, raise your hand. Switch places, please. Let's get a front double bicep, gentlemen. Relax. Front lat spread. Relax. Side of your choice, side chest. Relax. Side of your choice, side triceps. Relax. Turn around, face skirt. Rear double biceps, gentlemen.
Yeah, Bobby!
Rear lat spread. Relax. Turn around, face the judges. Hands overhead, abdominals. Relax. Hands on hips, most muscular. Relax. Number 3, raise your hand. 22, raise your hand. Switch places, please. Hand on hips, most muscular. Yeah, both hands, hips. Relax. Turn around, face skirt. Rear double biceps. Relax. Rear lat spread.
Yeah, Bob!
Relax. Turn around, face the judges. Let's see a front double biceps, gentlemen.
Yeah!
Relax. Front lat spread. Relax. Hands overhead, abdominals. Relax. Let's see a crab, most muscular. Relax. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these fine young gentlemen.
Woo!
Gentlemen, hit a couple of poses and we will see you tonight. Thank you. We'll see you tonight.
Okay, so I am back in the car after being on stage, and I decided to actually drive back into New York City with my friend because the show went so fast. There just were not that many people competing. I guess like in total, maybe like 40, maybe 50. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but man, it just went so fast. We had this meeting beforehand. I don't know. It was a lot of like hurry up and wait. I mean, we got there, we waited and waited. It felt like it was never going to start. And then they had this meeting for the competitors, and they kind of went through the poses and asked if people had questions, and they weighed everybody. You know, we filled out some little forms and stuff. And, you know, then I felt like we were backstage, like pumping up, and they just started calling names, and like, I didn't realize they were calling, you know, like last names, and instead of my last name, they kept saying Robert, which is my first name, you know, and I didn't make the connection, and finally said that Robert number 20, which was me, and I just felt like I had no time to pump up. I mean, I probably had ample time, and I guess my nerves were just flying so high and so crazy, but I just felt like it was so rushed, and, you know, I ended up eating a couple slices of pizza. Jeff said to get some pizza sort of at the last second. around like 10:30. You know, I guess, you know, my friend was just trying to find a pizza joint that was open that early. So he brought back 2 slices of pepperoni for me, and I had already eaten like 2 ham sandwiches because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough time to get the pizza. So then I ate the pizza, and then, you know, by the time I got backstage and started pumping up, I think Jeff had me scheduled to eat like 2 rice cakes with peanut butter and jelly and a couple of Reese cups before going on stage. And I think that would have worked better if it had been a bigger show and if there were more like wait time, which there will be next weekend, I'm sure. So anyway, I kind of crammed all that food, and I probably should not have, because I ended up feeling like a little bloated. But, I think that was just, part of it was nerves. I think part of it was the fact that I was trying to pump up and eat and get oiled up on my own and all that stuff so fast, and just sort of get used to like the whole experience, so quickly. I just didn't feel like there was enough time. But, I was telling Jeff, he kind of laughed, like at one point I literally had rice cake and peanut butter and jelly in my mouth, and I was like doing push-ups while I was chewing. And then at another point, like, I had a rice cake with peanut butter and jelly in one hand, or like a Reese cup in one hand, and I had a dumbbell in the other hand, and I was like trying to do a curl while I was trying to eat a peanut butter cup. Like, it was kind of comical, and all the while you're kind of conscious of who's around you and the fact that these are the guys you're going to be competing with. But everybody was just so cool and so nice and supportive, which is kind of ironic because it's a sport where you're competing against each other, but people are still fist bumping and saying good job and telling you how great you look and stuff. So, that is such a cool part of it. I just wish I'd had more time to experience it. I just felt like the last 14 weeks have gone so slow, and I feel like the prejudging went so fast. I just didn't feel like there was much time. But anyway, I got out on stage. I got out on stage for the novice group with 3 guys, and we were actually, all 3 of us were like first-time competitors. Like, none of us had ever competed before. We were kind of laughing about that backstage while we were doing push-ups and stuff. And I started off on the far left, and between the 3 guys, they eventually moved me to the center, and that's where I stayed. So I think that's a good sign. I think I might have done really well in that novice group. And then the crazy thing is, in the men's open lightweight, it was me and 2 other guys, 2 older guys. One was 55, I think. I was talking to him backstage afterwards. He was really nice. But anyway, that one I started off in the center, and I got moved to the side eventually, which I don't know if that's good or bad, because when I was talking to those guys afterwards, I don't know if they were just trying to be nice, but one of them was saying he seemed to think that I got moved to the far side just to sort of get me out of the way so they could compare the other 2 to determine, second or third, which would, make me first place. And I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know if I'm going to be first place in the open division or not. That would be awesome. I would be like ecstatic to be first place in anything at this point. But anyway, that was like so rushed. I literally had like maybe 5 minutes, if that, between the novice division and going out again in the open division. I actually was not going to compete. I didn't think you could compete in the open division, because it said I swear it said in the entry form, if you were competing in the novice, that you could not cross over into the open. And then I got there today, and they were announcing these guys that were in both the novice and the open. So I went up on, for the registration, and I asked them, I was like, can I still compete in the open? Because if I'm here, I might as well do both if there are guys doing both. And they said, yeah, it's another $20. So I handed them a 20, and they signed me up for the open. So, I feel like if I'm here and I'm doing this, I want to get as much experience as possible, one way or the other, whether it's win or lose, good or bad. I just want to, be able to say I did as much as I could. And, I'm glad I did that, but it was so tough, like going on stage, like right after having been on stage. Like, it was so hot on stage. Like, I just have never been so hot, and like I just wanted a drink of water, but I knew I couldn't chug water before going on stage because I already felt kind of bloaty from, all the pizza and stuff that I had eaten so quickly, and the fact that I was pumping up while I was trying to eat all this food. So, man, I just never experienced something like that was so quick, so fast. So anyway, next week is going to be interesting because, like I said, I think it's a bigger show. I think there's going to be more wait time. So, now that I kind of have an idea of what to expect, I think I'm gonna sort of be able to space my food a little bit better, and maybe you know, also pump up a little more slowly, you know. And it was kind of funny because I ordered like a robe. I had to have a robe, you know, when I was gonna be standing backstage, and Jeff even suggested a space heater, which was not necessary. It's like 80 degrees today, and like it was probably 90 degrees backstage. I put the robe on for a second, and I was like, wow, this so isn't gonna happen. People were actually staring at me, probably because I had this robe on, like, I can't believe that dude has a robe on, you know. So anyway, I guess it's probably a little bit colder up in Canada where Jeff's from, so that's probably why he thought I might need a space heater to stay warm backstage. But I definitely, backstage was its own space heater, I guess you could say. So that was not necessary. But yeah, I don't know. I felt pretty good. I kind of oiled myself up a little bit before going on stage, but again, I don't really feel like that was even necessary because I was so sweaty. I think everybody out there was just drip and sweat, and I guess the judges don't care about that because, you know, you can't help the heat, and if everybody else is up there sweating, then that just kind of is what it is. So anyway, we finished, I guess, about 1 o'clock. It's 2:20 now, and you know, I figured there's no point in like waiting at this middle school all day long until the night show, because basically, I don't know, it's kind of cool because now I can go back and just have fun, because I guess the night show is just really just about getting up there and putting on a show and not being judged or anything like that. So I'm gonna probably might try to take a nap. I don't know. I feel like my adrenaline's kind of running high, and I'm just so thirsty right now. I feel like I'm just so like dehydrated. So I don't know. I actually, after everything I just said this morning about my little binge and everything, I actually might go to 7-Eleven and just get like a sugar-free Slurpee. That actually sounds really good. I just might sit there and have a sugar-free Slurpee and probably a whoopie cake. Probably shouldn't do that, but I don't know. I don't really want to eat anything else. Jeff said I could have another slice of pizza or two before tonight. Honestly, I don't feel like I need it. I think I've kind of hit my pizza quota for the day and my carb quota in a weird way. I don't feel like I can do any more like salty carbs or anything like that. I feel like I'm sort of tapped out on that stuff. So anyway, I guess that's it. I'm gonna, you know, be home for a few hours, and then my wife and friends, we can drive back and do the show together. And I think they want to go out to dinner afterwards at like Applebee's or Chili's or something, which we might do. I don't know if I can go crazy like they're going to want me to go crazy at the Chili's. Maybe I'll feel differently after the night show, but anyway. And I think the same goes for next week. I think I'm just going to do my diet like Jeff said, because at this point I just feel kind of sick. Maybe it's just the nerves and stuff like I said, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how I feel. All right, I'm going to go park the car.